Alright folks, we are back with, well, maybe not the most balanced of maps, but it is, well, we cracked 300 on Burnside Bridge, so hopefully we can go up and over that. We got our officers unmuted. Find out who we have. I actually played Burnside Bridge in first person, and that was fun. Although we lost, but it happens. And particularly as the CSA defending that, and I don't know, I felt our company did well. It was just not all the best. So hopefully we can build the server up to over 350. Well, not over 350, sorry, over 250, and hopefully at least 300. That's what I was going for, but the mouth ran off with it before the brain could fully compute it. Anyways, it looks like it's going to be a CSA push on the Union, right? The CSA left, but maybe that'll change. In terms of the names I know Bale. I actually don't know Liam, though. He's got experience. I don't know Berger. Maybe I know Owens. Of course I know Arthur. Big Mac I don't know. Viceroy everybody should know if you're in pubs. And that looks like about it. Because there's many unknowns, it's hard to make a prediction, but I think certainly the CSA has at least 3 solid leading officers. This is one. It is a CSA attacking map. You can see the Dunker Church. In some ways, it might feel like the Dunker Church map, but it's a bit reversed. Union has this terrible arty position that is out in front of... Oh, okay, yeah, I don't blame you. That is out in front of the infantry line... the Union infantry line, and in front of the CSA infantry line. It's really in no man's land. Given how terrible the tickets are on this map for the Union, you would think that one of the things that could happen, if not improving the Union's tickets, at least having the artillery start like back here near this road would be fine. Just make it more fun to play, because it is, as the Union, it's difficult to justify why you would want to play it. Burnside's Bridge, either side can win. Depends a lot on the commanders. Cooke's, not so much. This one is one that is generally viewed as almost a CSA Otto win. And so that I can get it wildly wrong, it looks like the CSA should be able to pull this one together. Given how important everyone thinks that officers are, I think CSA has a solid core.
Keep up the fire, North Carolina B. Keep up that rate of fire.
CSA has the different small arms to do well in one of 2 circumstances. There's enough good ranged options that they can win these long-range shootouts as long as they close distance enough. I missed this CSA group over here in the corn. I just saw the tops of their flag. Oh, it's because it's not a CSA group. I saw the red and I thought, CSA. It happens, like when the Union has the red flag on Hill's counterattack. And the CSA has several blues, including on Dunker. I don't know if they have any on this one. But anyways, CSA also has 42s if they want to play cap recap, or if they just want to have some additional punching weight in, in the close range game. They can do that. The Union has done the CSA a bit of a favor in that it has spread out. So they have one group pushing very far up, I guess, intent on defending the artillery. The CSA is more or less hugging together with these 3 companies. I don't know where the 4th one went. That actually might be them over there. I think the Union time out too far down that fence. And who do we have? I think that was... Alright, so that was Bell, Arthur, Owens. So then this is probably... by process of elimination, Viceroy, yeah. Anyways, that's what I was wondering. So that Union group, I think, skedaddled out of that defilade. They've taken some high ground. That's an okay choice. One of the more powerful defilades the Union have to their advantage, if they're dealing with a push down that line, is this defilade right about here. It's a little bit below me, especially when you're kneeling. as the Union. And what it does is it forces the CSA, if they want to deal with you, they got to come up. And if they come up, then others can come over, and you can skedaddle if they overextend. Well, if they overextend, you can countercharge into them with enough friendly companies. But the CSA is keeping all their companies together, and they're just going to slowly press the Union. Union has not kept the CSA off. This area was just right outside the approach of point. Point is over here. You'll know it when you're under it. It'll tell you defending or capturing. The Union has embedded themselves in that corner fence, which it's one of the better options. I find that as the numbers, so that's too bad. The numbers aren't picking up, but I understand why. If you want to play Union and you see Cooke's countercharges here, it isn't fun. And if you are the CSA and you want to challenge, it's not much of a challenge, so. I get why people don't join when they see Cooks. Hopefully the next, which is Otto and Sherrick, has a little bit better turnout.
Once you're reloaded, I need you to take a few steps back into this new line. You step in a bit more.
I would like to see eventually the tickets on the tickets on these to get readjusted to make them a little bit more competitive. And that includes giving the attackers more tickets for the defenders, fewer tickets on maps that are just really defender favored. There aren't that many, but Hatch's attack is one of them.
Yeah, we actually do.
So the CSA is going to use the concealment of the bushes up here. I don't think there's too much cover to be had. All the CSA needs to do is build up its strength. It's close enough that if they quickly move up, they'll be able to close distance, and it'll be a hot ticket burn. As the defenders, you got to know this is coming. You already have to be back behind those fences behind you, but they're not. So even if the other company has all their shots, they're caught moving. So it should probably be close to a 50-50 trade, although the CSA has puck and ball, and it's close range, so it's might be a little bit better. Union got one. Oh no, the Union got 2 guns back. I don't know how many caissons they got back. They're getting back 2 caissons. I think this group up here needs further support on either the left or the right. This group here on the left rocks has left the fence, which means this is going to be a close range engagement because the CSA is going to take it. And all right, so now we have 2 CSA companies here. Not sure what's going on with the trailer, but maybe the trailer is flexing to wherever they need to be. Yeah, and you can see that's the danger of giving up that fence. You don't see what's coming, and you can't really stop it until it's, I don't know, 40, 50 yards away. So now the Union can fall back under pressure. It's not really when you want to do it, but that is why you do it. You can see even though the CSA has been working their way up through a relatively open map, they had the tickets advantage, and that's just largely a product of the given distribution of tickets. It's too bad because I think that this map has some intricacies that can make it interesting without making it defensive dominant. Which, you know, in all these first-person shooters, it's just bad if it's defense dominant, but they could make it more intriguing for the defenders to actually want to stick around and play. And basically, not punish defenders for playing well, and then not punish attackers for playing poorly. Which I feel like, with a big enough tickets disadvantage, that's kind of what happens. All right, so we got a movement here from the Union. They're going to try to chase the CSA group off. All that CSA group has to do is keep running. You do not have to receive a 2v1. You just keep running, Oh, that might be a 3. Alright, it's not. But yeah, all you gotta do is keep running and wait for friendlies to respawn, or for friendlies to concentrate, because if you have 2 Union versus 1 CSA over here, that means you have 3 CSA potentially against 2 Union, and your time to pounce is then. And so if you are falling back like this, somebody's got to be looking over their shoulder and calling out when to turn around. But CSA looks like it's going to be 2 companies versus 2 companies. And as the attackers on this, you got to be happy with that. You'll at least burn through some of the defenders' tickets at a high clip. I think that flag has the right idea. I think that one's getting the right idea. Yeah. You don't have to fall that far back, but probably at least that far back. You are very close to Union spawn, which is right there. Union still has at least 1 flag up. Oh, the CSA won that. I thought the Union was eventually... I mean, I know the CSA has buck and ball, but I thought eventually respawn rates would be on the side of the defenders, particularly because the 1 CSA flag was back a bit, but I guess not. Did that other 3rd CSA group ever rally? All right, they did. All right, who are you shooting at? Yeah, so that 3rd CSA company should come up and recognize the other 2 friendlies and get up here. And now you can get in a situation where the Union gets penned into its spawn. Yeah, you can see that's already, we'll say 60% morale stage advantage to the attackers. The CSA's got to pull out now. The CSA who are up here, that's way too many Union. You're going to lose a flag. Don't bring that flag in. Fall back to friendlies back here who are sizable and further away. There you go. Well, your flag's got it. And you got to be happy with that good flag play.
Why are y'all falling back? God damn it.
Well, it's like this. Most of the rest of their companies are wiped. Some of the Union are maybe overextending. I don't think it's overextending. They're just trying to finish the melee, and they don't see the things we do. Union wants to get their flag back. We'll get it. Probably.
Hold your ground.
Yeah, I mean, if you tuck the other 2 flags in, I don't know why that group is still running.
Cancel reloads and call back. Flag, run, flag, turn around and run, flag, turn around and run, flag, turn around and run.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, and this is actually a good move here. Beluga, you come up and you stop everybody you can because you want to stop the momentum of the attackers to get your flags out. So, look at that. That's up to almost 80% of a morale stage. And it looks like the Union are going to go all in and try to push this attack back. That's perfectly fine. That's 3 CSA flags back here. And the Union is too strung out. The Union are going to lose a bunch of information here. And again, it's, you know, we see stuff that they can't. Yep. Oh, and now some of the Union are just going to trickle in. They may get CSA out of lines, but again, the tickets are what they are, and so the CSA are not going to get punished for those over pursuits.
Yeah, Owens, there's a few of them. I'm reforming. Let's reform for them.
All right, so that was very innocent, and if you were over here, I won't apologize because we got to take a look at the majority, but I'm sure it was good stuff, and the result of it is a CSA flag is down, a Union flag is up, and a Union company is coming over here, maybe to flex and put 4 flags into service against 3 CSA attacking ones. That's, you gotta eke out every advantage you can as the defenders on this map, because I think it basically comes down to I'll say it already. The Union's only path to victory is cap recap, and I think with the CSA officers we've seen, they're not gonna give it to them. I think they would line up right where the Union is now, and they would just stream their guys into that forest and let them time out and die and push the Union into breaking, because the Union has not been able to conserve tickets. And the Union really hasn't been Ramboing. It's not as the CSA did on Burnside's, at least as far as I know. It hasn't been Union guys running off and soloing. Now, there might be a situation already where the CSA are not. It looks like maybe they're shutting down spawns. Yeah. So, I mean, if you really want to camp Union Arty, and there is some. don't shut down the spawn and just hang out outside and just camp them as they spawn in. It's a viable tactic. The devs have left it in the game. You got to know when it's happening and know not to spawn arty. But I think a solution is to just spawn Union arty further back. Do that as a first step to helping the Union making this a more competitive map. So I remember playing this map, I think it was when 300 players, and it was an organized event, so it was what it was. But the most oppressive attack, and so my worst time attacking, is when the defenders pretty much stood on that back fence. They shifted left and right as we probed, and they just shot us. I don't know, from 100 yards, 125 yards, or whatever it was. And just anytime we tried to cross this fence, we paid a heavy blood price. And needless to say, we lost that map. It did not happen often, but it did happen. I think it was without any cap recap. Alright, so we got 3 CSA companies working together over here. The 4th one is ineffective. I don't know if the Union already has done anything in the first 16, 17 minutes since we actually started moving. If they fired, I haven't seen anything. Was that really their shot? Maybe they're new. Anyways, what is that? I don't even know where that other... I'm guessing their flag despawned? And they're somewhere. Yeah, if the Union wants their way back in, I mean, you can stand and try to waste some time at that back area. But I think otherwise it's going to be pull back to the graveyard and or pull back to the woods over there and force an early cap to find is before Union go breaking. They're going to have to pull the trigger pretty soon. This is hard enough to pull off an organized play. Given the delays in information processing that some people have, you're going to have to do it now. And I think there's too much time left on the clock that the CSA would probably... All right, so that was a good shot by Union arty. CSA skirms. Alright. So maybe it was Bell's group that lost that flag? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I thought he was working over here with the others. But anyways, the CSA is hanging together. I think this trade generally benefits the Union, who have 2 guns, 2 caissons, and no 42s. Although the CSA does have fences, but probably a fair number of them have 42s, and it's suboptimal. No! No! Alright. Drop 2, 3. Somebody got the flag. Maybe 4. It's not terrible. And now it looks like others are gonna join in. CSA is creeping the cap. It's not too far past this little rise in those bushes that you'll start to cap.
I need everybody to sprint. Sprint to this
The direction of those cannons with those caisson
Go ahead,
lids.
full kits, reloads and bayonets, reloads and bayonets.
Maybe
Full
that
kits,
one
full
gun
bayonets,
has a
full
shot
bayonets.
through those caissons. The
We're gonna
Union's
push
too
the-
far
we're gonna push the
away
hay bales, okay? We're gonna be
from
pushing
breaking.
their hay bales, so
All right,
ready.
so it
You just gotta
sounds
get up and hold that.
from Arthur that they're going to move right. The Union is now moving. This would be the time to move as the CSA because you're
All right,
not going to
gentlemen,
take
if
shots.
you guys, if you have your load and bayonets,
All right,
sprint forward.
and they already have some.
Go take care of that. Let's go. All right, everybody sprint. Everybody sprint, Company A. Let's go take those hay bales. Sprint, gentlemen. Sprint it, sprint it, sprint it, sprint it.
And I think that they'll have the advantage. It looks like the CSA are coming up here to engage, to fix those units. Some Union are really far off to the CSA left, Union right. And I just don't think they're going to be in position to stop the CSA pushing over here. The shrubs are going to obstruct any Union shooting to the hay bales. Union might be able to console themselves with the fence.
Space out. Space out here. They're probably...
But I would rather have the hay bales than the fence at this range. When the CSA has 42s.
Hold the hay bales. Line them up. Hold your hay bales.
This is going to be a rough ticket bleed here for the Union, which has fallen behind by, now I'll say, a full morale stage.
Here they come.
Yeah, they're going to choose to go down the road, which means eventually they got to hop over. That CSA flag needs to come back. There it is. Yeah, I mean, you could countercharge. If you almost have your load, you could probably just shoot it out. And just make it a prolonged, bloody conflict. And if the Union doesn't go break, they're going to go breaking. CSA just has to get its flags out. And alright, that's a CSA charge. That'll put the Union in a breaking.
Cancel reload. Cancel reloads. Full charge up the road. Wipe them all out, guys.
And they'll probably run them through and maybe run back to point after they run those flags off. There is a sizable pair of Union companies down there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 CSA flags. I have lost the fourth one.
Flags, go to the back. Vicksburg, head to the back. Child Snatcher, go to the rear. Child Snatcher, go to the rear.
Are we trolling? Yeah, we're level 4. We're running a flag into a melee. Get that back. Level 12 knows what to do. I spoke too soon. You want to make sure you're in formation, getting everybody back in.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep charging. If you just spawned
I
in, get
think
your bayonet
that's
only and keep
yeah,
charging,
that's
guys.
all
Keep charging.
4 Union flags.
Can't break our-
That's going to be a bad ending for the CSA. They got to pull those flags out right now. They got to get back to, my goodness, I guess, is that CSA? I guess they got to try to cut through here.
And Frank, up to the left. Keep pushing, boys. Keep pushing. Get your bayonets only. No reloads.
Oh my goodness.
You're in melee. You're in melee.
I think eventually if the Union realizes what's up, they could wipe 3 CSA flags here. After a while, nobody has loads or bayonets. It's just run in and crush them. But yeah, having played too aggressively early, now the Union's not playing aggressively enough. And it's going to be the worst of all worlds. But the good news is the map is about to be over. It's not the most balanced of maps. And so we'll go right into Otto and Sherrick. And that one is more balanced. I won't even try to call who it is. We'll see who the officers are. And we'll see what happens. All right, now the Unions, some of them are YOLO charging. Give up on the reload. Get the flag up. Yep. Well, it all sounds good, but you killing 1 guy or 2 guys is not as important as getting that flag out. There you go. Very nicely done. Bobo knows what's up.
You need a countercharge. You need a countercharge.
Yeah, it's going to be bloody as anything. As long as the Union get... Oh, that's it, actually. That is it. The Union did not countercharge fast enough. We'll take a look at the final casualties here and just see what we got. I don't know why sometimes we get this weird super close-up in the end screen. But we do. Very nicely done as the CSA. As a Union, it's just a tough map. Tough assignment. They got 2 guns and 2 caissons back, which is an accomplishment, but I think artillery just exacerbates the Union ticket problem, usually by contributing more Adeline and skirmishing deaths than the defenders can take. I mean, you can see halfway through the Union has more out of lines and almost as many skirmishing deaths. It's not all artillery, but anything that contributes to it is just rough as the defender. Yeah, casualties are pretty even. Very, yeah. So I think a lot of those out of lines and out of formation deaths from the defenders come at the end when it's all desperation stuff. But all right, let's go to Otto and Sherrick. Let's see what kind of challenge we get there. All right, and we are back. All right, so round 2 just started here. We have
Flag you're coming with. Flag you're coming with. Are you ready?
Patriot. I'm still yeah. This has been brought to you by. Wow, there's a lot of people I missed, but all right. So Arthur, Bale, it's all the folks from on the CSA side from the previous round and from the Union. It's some folks that I saw earlier. All right, we'll unmute Sloop. And the Union is trying the conventional push. So again, if you don't know, Otto and Sherrick, this is a Union attacking map. Point of contention is right about where that tree is, in the middle of that road, that kind of lone tree off to itself. A lot of times the Union does come over here. There's shade, which you should not discount as a light form of concealment, which is itself a light form of cover. But you can see a lot of things it doesn't do is the number of Union there dropped. Don't be that guy. Well, we were all single digits once.
You independent fire. Spread out down to the right side, boys. Spread out.
I don't know. I always find this one to be more fun to play as a CSA, but you tend to win as the Union.
Yep, I know.
All right. Bob the Builder is here. From the Hell Let Loose servers. But anyways. That's got to be a rough feeling. But yeah, the Union, they... Ooh. From the hill with love. See, that gun has positioned itself well in the shade there. And it's got a perfect shot right down the line. I don't know. I mean, I know that nobody likes getting hit by artillery. I don't know how many of those are artillery casualties. I saw some guys drop with small arms fire. But you really don't want to lose your flags up here. Maybe they're calculating that those CSA groups are that group. Yeah, I guess it's just a group. Is too far away to help out. And so they're going to try to make it bloody. And Viceroy's giving the right instruction, which is that CSA should step back here, reload in their face, and win the reload contest, rather than trying to melee, which is basically a 50-50 proposition, and it favors the defenders. I think that's Arthur. And they're going to come in and sweep in the back, but... Oh, that's 2 CSA groups sweeping in the back, and that's why you have 4 down Union flags here. So the Union did well to stick together. Man, what a bummer. We did not rebuild the server last round, but it was only a 20-minute round. It was Otto and Sherrick, and so I kind of get it.
Back to the right.
I want to get back to over 300. That's what I
Back to
want.
the right, back to the right.
This might be the map to do it.
Alright. Let's get everyone starting on the fence. Yeah. Back on the starting point.
We can take a quick peek at CSA already. Well, we take a look at both arties. All right, so CSA already gets. It's weird. It's a battery, but there's a 2-gun section here, and then there's a 2-gun section that starts up here. And I believe the gun that we saw last time was over here. I think that's the one that shot. Yeah, right down the pike there, and knocked that group. But the Union, I think, also gets 4 guns in its battery. And that's them. Sometimes they'll take one and they'll position it back over kind of on this hill here For reasons, I don't know exactly what it is. I guess the shade gives them some protection against counterbat. Maybe it opens up different angles. I don't know. I've done a fair amount of artillery in my time, but...
Everyone, your only goal is to charge and to die, gentlemen. That is your only goal.
Well,
to charge. There's no point in shooting down.
yeah, you gotta wait for your tickets to respawn. I guess that's one way to do it, but you are spread out. And you... Wow, the CSA is not camping these flags? Okay, oh, okay. Somebody is. Somebody is. That's good. I mean, just from a gameplay perspective. There you go. Good shooting. Yeah, it's exactly right. If you're watching and you haven't played, if you knock down the enemy's flags, particularly when you got 3, I mean, just assign one of your companies to keep those 3 flags down, because what that means for each of those companies that is missing a flag, as we miss it, no, okay, we didn't miss it. We're here just in the nick of time. Is that those units are either combat ineffective or they have to do these YOLO charges. They go in, they try to make it as bloody as possible.
Keep going, charge,
As the attackers, 50-50 is fine. Even at this point, even down on tickets, 50-50 is fine. Though I'd probably say go in. If you get the jump on a group, then just pull out and make it better than 50-50 as the attackers. Defenders here look like they're going to clean up. It's easier to clean up when you have those mobile spawn points. CSA looks like they're going to get their 4th one up here, and this is just... Yeah, I don't know about that one, but... It looks like they're yeah, I guess it's counter-moving, not counter-charging. Huh. Maybe they've calculated that those flags are about to despawn anyways. So I know that this looks like it's CSA advantage, and I would say looking at the officer levels, this is CSA advantaged. The Union is not out of this. Not by any means, but I think the Union's probably going to need 1 or 2 of their clutch officers to come in here and change the direction. Sticking together is a good first start. How about a good start? Great starts are already first. I mean, it's 35. That's a lot of battle left. For some reason, I thought he was blue. All right, Union's coming down once more. Probably trying to get those flags out. They got numbers, but so does the CSA. It was two CSA flags up here, plus 1 over there. So the CSA is well positioned to win a prolonged fight, but they have to do it soon.
They're retarded. They're retarded. They're retarded.
So if you find yourself defending a fence, well, yeah, it was a nice shot. I'm sure that took out more enemies than friendlies. And it knocked the defenders who need to be aiming down. I suspect that that's the CSA coming in from the backside to finish off that Union attack. No, it's not. And it looks like the Union's made up some ground here. Very nicely. So the Union's in the backyard. They're trying to get together. They are getting together. CSA's a little late to clean them up. But they're going to try to clean them up. Now, if that Union pushed into the back of that CSA group, they probably lose, but make this a bloodier contest. And now the Union's going to have a bunch of out of formation here at the end. That is quite the blood splatter on the reverse of the house. All right, so there's going to be a lull in the fighting. Yeah, Union's down by about 1/3 of a morale stage. Bro is, he is committed. he's going to get that gun in place before this round ends. I'm not sure he's going to get to do much more with it, but he'll probably get it in place. Over here, it's
Send everybody back.
a different
Let
story.
me take a look. See.
That was interesting. I saw the knockdowns over here, but it looked like the blood splatter was over here. It was very odd.
A piece of my mind.
I'll give him a piece of the shell. It's probably more lethal. Anyways,
Alright. Climb that. Actually, I'll go this side. Alright.
let's see what it does.
Fire!
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
I think the guy who was on the gun, he definitely got knocked down. I think he got killed. Yeah. The missing head tells it all. All right. Let's see if the Union's back. Certainly back in blue.
They're moving up to the stone wall, Arthur.
They're moving up. Okay, everybody advance. Let's go.
No, yeah, it looks like the Union's advancing at least one, if not two companies over here. We know the CSA has three over here.
Go in. Go in. Keep running. They volleyed. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going.
that's
Keep going. Boys.
fine advice. Yeah, if the Union gets two, maybe three companies, I would say don't worry about it. You still got more coming. Yeah, the CSA are gonna have to come around the back, but that was a good airburst. There's just nobody around.
Coming hard.
All right, all right. Family channel here. It really is not. Yeah, the Union's into the shade over there. They got two flags spawning people in. I don't know. It looks like one group is still up at the top of the stone wall, so this is advantage to the CSA if they're able to concentrate with all four flags.
Countercharge. Jump it over. Push the wood. Charge the wood. Let's go.
And this is concentration versus dispersion.
Charge the wood. Block them all out. Block them all out.
Whichever side does it better is generally better off. Those folks need to go level 5. And is it one or two groups that are still over here? Alright, so they'll be able to advance up. They will be completely unsupported when the rest of the CSA turns on them because, yeah, they're getting two flags out. Nope.
I think I'm good.
They might get two flags out.
No. You don't need to. You don't need to. There's a friendly right next to you guys. Alright?
Okay.
Why are you not killing that man?
Okay. Alright, well, anyways. Union. Oh, the Union did not get those last two flags out, but they're not that far away. The CSA is usually never going to play up this far. Maybe at those rocks. No, not even at those rocks. They're going to go and concentrate against that last Union group, which did not support friendlies, or was unable to support friendlies, and has now lodged itself conveniently.
If you shoot, I will blast you.
Okay. Over in a heap of shrubs at the bottom of a hill, and is still there. And the men under the command are bored, and so they're running off and dying out of formation. It's not really what you want to do. So, what's the CSA up to? Behind a brick house. Yeah, you can see all four very close proximity to one another, and all four are up. If you're wondering what a good aggressive defense looks like, that's what it is. It is concentration versus dispersion. And the Union wasn't even that dispersed. It was just, you know, 3 companies were together and the 4th wasn't. I don't think it would have made the difference. Yeah, Union got their flags mostly out, so that's very good. Okay, that's not as good. I'm sure you're good at this game. If this dude solos all 4 of them, we need to find a way. He's taken out 2. We need to find a way to get this man a trophy. Oh. Well. Well. I generally hate watching 1vX's, but there was not much else going on. I guess there is the CSA Arty, Union Arty. But at this point, it's like, what? Is that even 100 and... That's not even 150 yards. It's got to be less. It's the equivalent of point-blank shootout for artillery. All right, Union's up on their wall. CSA hasn't been able to shoot it down. Union... What flag is this? Tell me it's a Union.
After you shoot, fall back. After you shoot, fall back. Okay.
Pretty sure.
One
Yeah,
last
that's
shot
a
off.
CSA one. Um.
17 Michigan B on this line.
So what the attackers can be happy about is that the CSA, the defenders, they're engaged well before 27 minutes. And they're probably on track to go to taking losses well before 17 minutes. Problem is the attackers are down half a morale stage. They could make it up. It looks like there have been moments when they came close to bringing that back. You should be very careful about how you do this. It can be done. The Union's not out of it. I've learned from the Silent Sky perspective, you count the Union out at your own peril. Even when it seems like they should be out of it, they're stickier in a good way. They come back, they don't fully go away. They stick around. We're rebuilding the server. We're almost up to 250. That's good. I suspect this is some CSA using the elements to camp. Well, I guess maybe to camp that flag. I don't know. Yeah, I would say if you definitely can't camp the flag, just pull out and conserve tickets.
17 feet, take aim. Northwest. Steady. Fire! Whoa.
Alright, we're gonna move. That was from CSA Arty.
Company B, chase when you're loaded.
Huh. I don't see any
17
blood.
B, up and over.
Maybe, oh, it hit the bottom of the stone wall there?
17
Maybe?
Press T, the double click on me.
Alright, we got a horde moving in. What are the chances that one shot drops the flag? In the middle of
front,
front.
forward. Go.
This is kind of how the round started.
Boys, everyone.
I don't know. This always feels as both the Union and the CSA is just a ticket dump for the Union. It's Arty Alley. Infantry has no problem shooting you. The fence seems to not actually be there, given the number of Union that seem to be dropping due to small arms. I can't see what their response is from the CSA side. I guess I'll head on over there and see if those Union shots are finding a home.
Hey, I want you to focus on the south-southwest of that.
Shift left. Press R, cancel reload, shift left.
Cancel reload, shift left.
I don't know if they were taking casualties or just wanted to
They're
skedaddle.
about to hop over the wall like them damn Mexicans.
Yeah, Unions really spread themselves thin here.
Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Holds here. Good.
Using shade, they're using shrubs. Going for the most concealment you can get in the open.
If you're dead, it's because you just had cancer. And you didn't know, you just got it.
Keep boys. I'm not.
Nothing happened like
It's finally in position. It's ready to wreak havoc on that group. You can see the Union is just... Alright. So the CSA is taking casualties. I can confirm. Alright, I see. I think that's probably Arthur's group over here that's pushing up. Using some shade, using
look
some
down
rocks.
that line right there. There's enemies in
This
the pit.
group is, to get back, they have to run back through that open area. If they try to hop over to the deflate, they can get some friendlies.
In below the glass.
Acoustics.
Below the glass. Shoot that big one coming towards us. Big one, shoot him. He's dead. I saw the bullet go through his body. No, if you charge like Kamal Harris.
No idea what's going on. Seems to be Rambo Wars. Alright, that Union group. They're hopping out. Yeah, they're down still a half morale stage. I don't know, I feel like as the Union, you want to be a little bit closer. Maybe a third of a morale stage, a quarter of a morale stage. Not half.
Pull back. Shoot right. Let's go, boys. Let's go. We gotta go help our right side. Sprint.
They must be sensing that the Union
That's
is
the crazy. We gained
Hold
so
back.
many saves on him.
and or to the right. They're not going to try to deal with that. I guess the Union is pushed up here. My theory, I guess it's never worked and is not supported, but this group is trying it, although a bit more spread out than I would, is to get numbers here and then not to give the fence away, but to then try to push up to this area here. There's nothing here but concealment for the defenders. Concealment matters, but it's not cover and it's not good cover. And you might be able to make it a melee. I understand that CSA artillery is right there. I do understand.
They did end up going left, so here's what we're gonna do. About face
Okay, alright, so there are some Union over here on the Union right, CSA left. Oh, there's 2 flags. Pushing. Wow. Wow. Anyways, the Union's probably going to hope to get up here in the cookie jar and just get a bunch, but CSA's there with 3 flags.
Let the Yankees come to you guys. Let the Yankees come.
Yeah, and the corollary is step back.
Can't see you reload and brace the fence, CSA. Brace it. Roll on. Roll LDP.
Yeah. Union's gonna go breaking. Okay. At this point, if you... Oh. Yeah, if you're the Union, you gotta pull out. Because everybody you send up is just gonna get... There's too many CSA there who are waiting to shoot you. So you want to get your numbers up. That's some nice flag work. All right. Now CSA is countercharging.
Don't let them get away with their
or
flag.
counter moving. I don't know what you call it. I don't think that flag's gonna get out of there. Yeah, too late.
Alright, pull it back. Georgia A, pull it back. First Georgia.
There's enough time for the Union to shoot the CSA down into breaking. And
this way, this way, this way, this way.
last stand, but
Hey, if you're in Georgia,
It's-
first Georgia, we'll
how
go
many
into the
flags
backup.
are lost?
I'm gonna have severe PTSD
Only
after this
one? Yeah, see, I was wondering with so much CSA over here, has the Union counter moved to the other side? And they have. They've got themselves embedded in here. Look, from here, if they get this fence, they can also go up and they can look for out of formation tickets up here in CSA artillery,
House, shoot the house, shoot the house.
and they can shoot through the fence here.
Charge me, run. Keep shooting, keep shooting.
Yeah. Shrubs are speaking Yankee. Yeah. That's the CSA. No, don't be that guy.
Boys, keep shooting, get the flag behind the tree. Get behind trees. Get behind something.
Yeah, it's still a Union flag up over here. But it's been too quiet. Union's up there. Plinking away. He says it's gonna go breaking in a little while. Union has more than enough time. Yeah, you can do that, but you gotta get the case on moving. And honestly, that's a move you had to make about 25 minutes ago. Alright. Very interesting. Who are they standing off against?
Get on the rock.
He gets it. So the Union's down, I don't know, it's almost the half morale stage.
Uh-oh.
We need to
Oh. I mean, you have a fine shot that way, but because of the rocks, not other ways.
Oh,
Boys,
damn
just
it.
get behind the rocks there.
Oop.
There's a lot of
I think I
rocks,
can
we're
only
not
prime
allowed to
it.
shoot them. Boys, as shoot the balcony.
Yeah, alright. This is how we're gonna get it unstuck.
Union's pressing up here for reasons I don't know if I get it. It's just gonna be a lot of dead before they're able to do anything. Well, Union is actually doing pretty okay. Yeah, don't leave with the flag there. That is not good. This is better. They're at least using the shade and the shrubs as concealment. If they can get the numbers up to get that friendly flag up, that'd be a big help. They got this flag up. It should probably get in the shade there as well. Yeah, you're just dying out of line trying to get that flag back, and this one slightly better. Looks like the Union's trying to draw the CSA to point. Again, if you're level 34, you should be able to stand back. All right, CSA is up here. They had the flank. Now they got potentially inflating positions. I don't know. I guess the Union, you got a lot back in spawn. Maybe you come over here and you pull them back. Another Union flag down and fairly far back. Yeah, Union's about to go final push. And the CSA should be able to win this one pretty easily. They just got to stand their ground and shoot the Union as they come in. Union's missing two of their mobile spawn points, so they're not going to be able to keep constant pressure on the CSA. Union is going to go for Grand Theft Auto. It is not going to work at all. There's at least one CSA officer, some infantry, and that's just a bunch of out-of-formation deaths that the Union cannot afford to give up. Yeah, as a long-time RD player, I mean, if it's symmetrically bad, I guess it's okay. But I tend to think that it just exacerbates the out-of-formation problem. Union's up to at least 3 flags. They win final push with the CSA 3/4 of a morale stage away from last stand. Union's got time for, if they go right now, two charges. Not 2 good charges, but 2 charges. Fuse time was a little long on that one. Alright, this is going to be number 1. Yeah, if they keep their flags up, they'll probably get a second one. I think the CSA is just going to stand out there and they're going to hide behind the lead wall, which is usually the most effective wall. Maybe other than a stone wall. Lead wall, very effective. Is this a troll? Well, it's not good. It may not be troll, but it isn't good. Commissar gets it. There you go. Get back there. Your players, you got to get those flags up. This is the last charge wave for the Union, so CSA has tickets to give. All they got to do is countercharge, push those flags off point, or knock them down. That will be it. And there they go. Pushing those flags off point. So the east side is definitely clear. Union looks like it's bats and go from spawn from the southeast and south. And that's going to be it with the casualty figures, and we'll duck on out. That is just an absurd amount of out of lines. I'm part of the Union. Skirmishing doesn't help either, but a lot of time lost at the end.